Hello people of YouTube, what's happening? Hope you're having a good day and welcome to Motobeto 82. Today I'm going to be doing a pre-buy review video. As I mentioned, on a previous video, I want to purchase the 2018 Yamaha WR250R. I have been wanting to do a little off-road riding. Living out here in the country, there's plenty of spots I can go explore. I remember as a kid, one of my friends had a couple four-wheelers, and it was a blast going out and riding around. There are also a lot of parks here in Texas with trails as well, so I can always load it up and drive a few hours and have a good time, or I can just ride the bike there. That's the good thing about the dual sport. I'm thinking about waiting to about November, December, January at the latest. I'm hoping there will be some deals at that point in time, since the new models will be coming out, and plus in the winter, at least I wouldn't expect a lot of people are buying motorcycles, so hopefully that gives me a little leverage while I'm making the deal. But let's get right into it. Let's go over the specs. The Yamaha WR250R is classified as a dual sport. You can ride it on road as well as off road. It offers quality components as well as performance. This bike is ideal for riders that do more off-road than they do on. So overall, this is a solid bike. Yamaha does offer a 1-year limited warranty. I did search, but I was unsuccessful as far as finding what the specifics are with that warranty and what it's limited to. So yeah, that's something I need to find out. Hopefully when I'm doing some shopping, I can get the answers to that. So I'm gonna dive right into the specifications. Yamaha recommends the MSRP at $6,699, but of course that can vary from dealership to dealership. Bone stock, the WR250 will give you about 71 miles per gallon. That does vary depending on your riding style, of course. It has a 250cc liquid cooled DOHC 4-stroke engine with a compression ratio of 11:8:1. It's fuel injected, so it's not carbureted. It has an electric start, so if you ever get into a situation where you lay the bike down and it's kind of awkward and it's hard for you to put your feet down on the ground, that will facilitate those situations, which is good. As far as the transmission, it's a constant mesh 6-speed with a multi-plate wet clutch. The WR250 is chain driven, as most dirt bikes are, well, at least to my knowledge. It comes with fully adjustable front and rear suspension with 10.6 inches of travel, so that's pretty good in my opinion. The front suspension is inverted forks, and the rear is just a single shot. This is really what makes the WR250 great for off-road use. It's not the best suspension in the world, but it'll definitely get the job done. The front and rear brakes are hydraulic single discs. The front is a 250mm and the rear is 230mm. As far as the dimensions of the bike, the length is 85.6 inches at its longest point, the width is 31.9 at its widest point, and the highest point of the bike is 48.4 inches. The seat height is 36.6 inches. I'm about 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on, and I could not put my feet down flat when I sat on one. It wasn't anything to the point where it felt super uncomfortable, or I don't think it would be a chore to ride in traffic. So I guess you can kind of compare your body size to my body size and kind of get an idea of where you would fit in there. So the fuel tank has a 2-gallon capacity. Unless you live in California, then you would get a 1.9 gallon fuel tank, since California has different regulations. And the bike is 295 pounds wet, which is not bad at all. That is very light in my opinion. So once again, that's another feature that makes it great for off-road. It will make the technical aspect of riding off-road a little bit easier. So there are some features of this bike. So I'm just gonna read it straight to you guys, straight from the Yamaha Motorsports.com website. So Yamaha considers these features as the top features. So one is the YCF developed dual sport. So basically it's a direct descendant of the YZ motocrossers. So they just took their I guess one of their top motocross bikes and kind of used it as the foundation for the WR. So let's see, sorry, I was just gonna read this to y'all, but I got off in a tangent. So once again, directly descended from the YC motocrossers and WR off-road machines, the WR250R is here to make Yamaha's off-road prowess street accessible, as well as high specification components to the top-notch build quality rarely seen in the dual sport segment. Another feature is the dirt focused performance. Not exactly an enduro model and not a pure street bike either. The WR250R is for riders who ride off-road as well as on and are looking for extreme dirt capacity right out of the box. Has advanced fuel injected engine featuring the EFI and advanced lightweight engine intervals. The WR250R isn't just another detuned dual sport, as Yamaha's race-winning performance and track-tested development comes into focus with every twist of the throttle. And then, as I kind of already mentioned before, the fully adjustable suspension. With 3-way adjustable suspension front, rear, the WR250R's high-spec fork and shock will allow the riders to tune the ride to match the trail conditions and make the most of light, nimble chassis. As far as the engine features, it has a high-tech 4-stroke power plant. So as I mentioned, it is a 250cc liquid cooled engine with 2 titanium intake valves and 2 steel exhaust valves. It's 4-piston and direct plated cylinder for outstanding durability. Another feature is advanced high revving cylinder design. So pent roof combustion chamber with downdraft type straight intake helps the excellent power across the rev band with a maximum power of 10,000 RPMs. Not bad. Another feature is fuel injected. Kind of already talked about that. First use of fuel injection So the system relies on input from the crank sensor, intake, air pressure sensor, and throttle position sensor, feeding a compact ECU to provide optimal combustion. Another feature is the EXUP exhaust. An ECU controlled EXUP exhaust valve, along with electronic intake control valves, broadens the power band for more responsive power. Another feature is durable engine intervals. So high lift cams with WPC surface treatment, in which the surface is sprayed with fine powder at over 100 meters per second to increase the surface hardness, improving durability and reducing friction losses. Another feature is compact engine. It's a 3-axis engine layout, keeps the engine compact. The wet oil sump trucks between the frame rails and keep the engine height down and maximize the overall chassis size. Reduce the weight compared to conventional coils and high voltage spark plug wires. Another first on the Yamaha off-road model. Another feature is the 6-speed transmission. The gearbox provides a wide spread of ratios with shower type lubrication for reliability. A special light action clutch makes the shifting a snap, and then a compact muffler is tucked in. The 3-chamber muffler helps keep the mass centralized and the bike quiet. Let's see, as far as the suspension goes, it has an advanced swing arm. It's an asymmetrical swing arm, provides excellent strength and reliability, balance, and dynamic look. Cast aluminum cross members, extrude arm, and 22mm rear axle. Alright, we already talked about the fully adjustable forks with the 10.6-inch travel, the triple clamp, and a cast upper to help give outstanding front end feel. Let's see, it has a linkage style shock, which is mounted on the rear. Also provides 10.6 inches of travel, and it has adjusters for compression, damping, and rebounding, as well as the front forks. And we already talked about the brakes. Nothing different in this feature. And let's see, additional features. Of course, the ergonomics, it's narrow, rider friendly, it's comfortable, and just the only other thing we haven't really covered that's on here is the high visibility light. It's a lightweight headlight, it's LED, and it maximizes the visibility and draws less current, which is always a good thing. But as far as the extra features, there you go, those are them. Sorry, my reading sucks. But you could always go to the www.yamahamotorsports.com and just go into the motorcycles, dual sports, and then select the WR250R, and you can see all the information I went over. So there you go, guys. Hopefully this helps some of you who are interested in purchasing this bike. I know I can't wait to add this to my garage. I also plan to do a purchasing video and initial thoughts video once I get it, and eventually do a full review once I ride the bike for a good 2,000 to 3,000 miles. I probably won't mod it up right away. as I'm assuming that's going to void the 1 year warranty. But you know, like I said before, I don't really have the exact details, so when I purchase it, I'll get the answer to that. But alright guys, thank you for taking the time to watch. Please comment below if you have comments or have any questions. Please share, like, and subscribe. Take care and peace out. Later.